Dun, dun, hopefully it works. Hey everybody, give me 1 second to make sure it's live on all fronts. Should be. Should be just YouTube and us. So, awesome, yos. Hey everyone, sorry, it's been forever since I've seen everybody. Today I'm going to be working on some manga pages. I've got some, get rid of that. I've got some manga pages here I'm going to be editing today, for reasons that I cannot tell you yet. It's NDA reasoning, but I'll be able to let you guys know. Oh, I forgot to bring my chat up on my phone. Oh my goodness. Bad me. Okay, let me get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Where's my stream? I forgot to bring the stream up on my phone. I'm so smart. Oh, I am so smart. Oh, what is that? SMRT? Is that how he says it? Oh, I can't find it. Let me log into my my alternate account here. Sorry guys, I can't see the chat. That's how long it's been, guys. I forgot to make sure I don't have my Cintiq open today. No, I don't want to see that. Where's my notifications? There it is. Yeah, now I can see the chat. I forgot I don't have okay, turn my sound down so I won't hear myself. Yes. Oh, well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Storm, Rains, thank you for coming. So I always appreciate when people stop by and give me a visit. Anyway, off to work. So basically what I'm going to be doing today is going through this nightmare of a layers section is basically what I'm doing today. Is I'll be going through that absolute nightmare to get that all sorted out. And then these are all the pages I have to do all of them. I have to do all of them, and I'm only on page 9, and there's 49 pages. Like, welp, rest in peace. So I'm gonna make this really tiny because I don't really need it, honestly. It's just like a waste of space. Make this really small because I don't really need it. It's really honestly like a useless panel, to be honest. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going through and like organizing. Hi, Yami-chan. I have to organize all of my layers. And if you notice, as I've talked about before, none of my, like, I don't name my layers, okay? I'm one of those monsters. And this is why you're supposed to, like, organize your layers as you go, guys. It's because now I have to sit here and organize, like, 40 pages in a single night. I don't want to do it. So, oh my gosh. I don't even know if I've done page 8 yet. Let me check. Kind of. Yeah, it looks like I already did this one. I think I already did this one. So basically what I have to do is I have to go through and name my layers and like merge them as I go to like make it less sucky. Because I'm going to be giving my source files, which are source files are like the original files. I have to give my source files to my client basically. And I'm like, do you need those layers organized? And they're like, yes. And so I'm not going to be changing anything. I'm not changing, even though there's like a lot of things like I would really love to fix. Like I'm not going to be fixing anything. It's just going to be me organizing stuff. So let's do it, yo. Let's do it. Let's get started. So usually what I'll do when I have to sit, do I normally use the same screen tones? It depends. Like, it all depends on what you're using the tone for. So, like, for example, let me find a really good example of this. Let's see. There was a later page that would be really helpful for this. Okay, so for example, like, let me let page 14 load. You'll see this one in a second. So for example, like the tones that I used on, say, like this character here, if you can notice, there's like screen tones in the back, and then there's like screen tones here. These are actually two different screen tones. This is a flat tone that I used for his foot, And then there's like a gradient tone that I used for the background here. So if you can use like less tones, that's always smarter. Usually the best way to do screen tones is to put screen tones on the very, very top. So basically you'll have like your line art, your white fill, or any base fills you have to do, and then you'll have your screen tones on the top, because screen tones are automatically see-through, which is really, really nifty, just like your traditional screen tones are that you like, that, you know, when you would have to cut them out and like put them on paper traditionally, they're see-through just like they used to be. And so usually what I'll do is I'll have like my line arts, like for example, if these are like my art layers, I'll have like, say, like my line art, any white fills, and then on the very top I'll have my screen tones. And then on top of screen tones, sometimes I'll add in like white layers if I want to like draw in certain details with white. I'll actually do that on the very top on its own layer, just to make it a little bit easier to edit. So, and these are just sketch layers, so I don't know if I actually need any of these. I don't think I do, so I can just delete these. Clip, don't do this. Oh, it's just auto-saving. Okay, yeah, well please do that, Clip Studio. I appreciate you auto-saving there for me. That's my original sketch. These are my original sketches. So what I like to do when I'm actually organizing my layers to make things easy to see, what I'll do is I color code my layers. And in Clip Studio, the way you can do that is on your layer panel. That's why I moved it over so you guys can see my layer panel. Let me move it over a little bit more so you guys can see it more. There's like your blending mode, and then like this little gray box. What this does is this allows you to change the color. So see how now it's purple? All of my sketches tend to be on like purple layers. All of the past pages are, and that just helps me know like really quickly like which one's a sketch layer, which one's a line art layer. Like it just helps me know quicker. That way I'm not like having to guess like which one's which. You know what I mean? So, and then what I'll do is I'll like since these are all like the original drawings, the original sketches, I'll put them in their own folder. I'll just name the sketches. Oopsie, if I spell correctly. So that way I know that these are all like my original sketches that I did for the pages, and they're all in one place. What is in here? Why is this turned down? Oh, it's a shadow. Okay, so these are shadows. And then this one is... This is why you don't want to be doing this, guys. Is because now I have to sit here and play with stuff and to figure out what the heck everything is. It's an absolute nightmare, and I wish I didn't have to deal with it. Okay, so this is a folder that actually doesn't really do me any good. So there's no point in keeping this one. This must have been something I was using just like in creation and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So these are my lettering. So lettering meaning like, you know, like effects, sound effects, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what all that is. Hopefully you guys can hear me alright. Alright, so this is how my stuff usually looks. So what I'll do is when I see a mess like this, so I guess this is kind of helpful to figure out how to get organized. The first thing you can do, so this is for this middle panel. Hey Elizabeth, what's up? So what I'll do is I'll come in, I'll see what I can name. So I'm gonna zoom in here. I hate his face in like this panel. It looks so terrible. That's one of the things I'd want to change. So I'm focusing on this panel right now. So I'm gonna figure out what anything is. So this is the leap effect. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call it the leap effect. So that way I know what it is. That's obviously a balloon, so I'm gonna leave that alone. Actually, I'm gonna put these two together. And I forgot what I did in terms of color for that. I'm gonna work on starting my own online store and streaming soon. Nice! What sort of stuff are you gonna be selling? lettering. Yeah, I don't really think I colored anything else. Oh my gosh, yeah, look at all this. Woo, that's a lot of layers. That's a lot of layers. They're messy, but like, you can figure out what everything is, so. Alright, so, I made lettering black, which makes it easy. Close that. Shirts, mugs, oh, I see, that kind of stuff. Okay, cool. Well, I hope that goes really well for you. Redbubble's pretty neat. I like browsing through there because like you can totally find like really cool custom stuff. Like custom meaning like made by an artist, and you can like buy it from them and they get a cut. I have a Redbubble store, but I've not really talked that much about it because I don't really like a lot of the stuff that I have on it, so I need to like update a lot of it. I mean, it kind of depends on like how much you sell already. Like, if you don't sell a lot already, it might be hard to like get it started and get it rolling, you know? Yeah, it's free to get it started. So, okay, so this is Hone Shadow. So basically, this is what I do. I literally just sit here and do this. It's not that exciting, but I figure, you know, I usually do like shadow outline. Like, I figured I hadn't talked to you guys in a while, so I figured if anything we could just sit and talk. That's why I added just chatting to the title. Well, I mean, it's also like a really weird time to start like a shop because, you know, pandemic and everything, so. But if you think you've got like the people that you can sell to and like people are asking for it, like hell yeah, go for it. I started my shop a while ago. And I've sold mostly sweaters. Like people love buying sweaters. Especially with the like a tiger design that I have on them. People really like that stuff. Well, dude, man, I hope it goes well. This is line art. I had a color coding system and I forget what it was. It's been a while since I've done some pages. I've been so busy with global comics, I've not really done. Yeah, see, here we go. Yeah, I kind of just like grouped everything together. Tones are red, line art's orange. I'll take a screenshot of that. To be able to see. Keep forgetting I moved my tools over here. And no, I don't have my tablet right now, so I'm not drawing or anything. So I try to like color everything, you know, so I know like what it's supposed to be. Where's my crop? Oh, it's right, it's in edit. It's been a while, you guys. I haven't really drawn in like forever. I've been so busy with like everything else. Okay, wait. Okay. Line art's orange, fills are green, tones are red. Got it. Oh, that makes sense. It's literally right in the order that I do them. Okay, that's easy enough. I can remember that. You would think I'd be able to remember that, but I was wrong. Okay, so these are tones. So these are tones and shadows technically. So these will be red. So see, like even though like I didn't like name them specifically, or I didn't like really follow them, like it's still like I still followed a certain pattern, like a certain. You know, and then I have my fill on the bottom. Like, I've always had that sort of system where I have, like, a regular system that I do consistently to just make life easier. Wait, those are white fills. Actually, I can merge these. And that's really important. Like, oh man, it's kind of cold. Oh dude, I feel you. It is. Let's see, how cold is it here right now? It is, the air temperature is -17, and then the wind chill is -27. So I totally feel that, except, I still have to go to work. 20 to 30 is cold? 20 to 30 is cold? Oh my goodness. Like, for us, cold is below 0. Like, it regularly gets below 0 here in the wintertime, but it's like extra cold right now because, you know, we've got the vortex coming down, and so it's like regularly below -10. And for us, if it's like regularly dropping below -10, we're like, okay, that's enough, we're done, please stop it. Yeah, when I lived in Florida, anything below 60 was really cold, which is fair, like if that's just what you're, you know, used to, I guess. Okay, I can delete that. This like drives me nuts going between all these different frickin' pages. Drive me crazy! I don't even know why I have 10 open. I don't need it open right now. So we're still on page 9. And then this is background stuff. What is this? Why do I have this? I don't need this, do I? Nope. So it gets deleted. Okay, and then background stuff is blue. There we go, guys. So that's one panel that I organized, and that's pretty much what I'll be doing the entire night. It's not that fun, it's not that interesting, but it's one of those things that I think is really critical for artists to know how to do, even if it's just like their own unique system. Like, you guys, like, see, now I have to do it again. Like, what's really nice is a lot of it's like I said earlier, I follow a really similar system every single time that I draw. And so, like, I know, like, what I need to do, you know. Oh, are we on the really gross, disgusting panel? Yes. Look at this dude's face, like, oh my god, it's so bad. This is one of the panels that I drew, like, last, like, look at his face. I did one, like, this panel was one of the last ones I did, because I had a really hard time with it for whatever freaking reason. Like, I just couldn't make him look serious and angry at the same time. For whatever reason. And so I'm like, man, I'll just do it last so I don't have to worry about it. And it just ended up really terrible. So that's technically line arts. Why do I have multiple white lines in here? Cat, what is your problem? Dude, sometimes like you go back and you're cleaning up your files and you're like, what the frick am I doing? Okay, so that's line arts. It's like the extra thick China. Chin. Jeez, cat. Oh, 40 is cold where you are? Interesting. Yeah, all of these are technically line art, so I might just move on, like merge all of these. Technically. Yeah, these are all line art, so I'll just merge all of these in a minute. It's a black fill. That's a line art. That's a line art. Wow, all of these are line art, you guys. I had so many different line art files. So when I have a bunch of stuff like this, I'll select them all. There's a little like hamburger menu up here at the top. I'll just click on that, and then I'll go to merge selected layers. It'll merge them all together, and so now I have all of the line art on one instead of like a gazillion. So it's line arts. And so technically whites, like when I do white lines as line art, I keep them as their own layer. That way they're separate from the black, especially since in this case our black is also a fill. Like where his hair is, it's all a fill. So, but now that I know that they're line art, I'm gonna select those, mark them as orange because they're line art. So now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna double check this is a tone. That should technically be up here. Now the tone is not going to go above the white because it'll affect the color of. Actually, I kind of like that better, so I'll just leave that. But normally the tones would not go above that, but I kind of like how that makes it look. So this was like a sketch, so like a sketch tone. I don't know why I have a sketch tone layer. That's weird. Okay, well. Yeah, that's really strange. Anyway, so what's everyone else up to today? I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm just kind of sitting here chilling. This is a white fill. This is my fill layer. I know, I'm sorry, this is not like super riveting, and it's also kind of late for a lot of people. So these are fill layers. Basically, they're just like solid, like chunks of. This is backgrounds. I don't need this one. That's a waste. And so what I'll do is I won't bother naming this one because I know it's on the bottom, so I know like instinctively it's background because it's on the bottom. So I'm just gonna call it blue, and there we go. That panel's done. Now I just have to do that like 100 something more, 140 some more times. You don't have school? I go to work. I always gotta go to work. Okay, so now I'm on this panel up here. Like, they don't care if it's like -40 here. You're still going to work. I mean, they'll probably shut down schools because it'll be cold enough, but that's pretty obvious what that one is. So that's an adjustment layer. So that's a fill. Someone mark that as a fill. So this is a line art. So that's orange. This is a speech bubble or lettering, so it's black. You don't have school, so what are you gonna do tomorrow then? It's my original sketch, yeah. These are sketch layers. So they're gonna go in a folder for sketch. Hey, Missing, what's up? I don't know why my sketches are so high up. They usually aren't that high up. These are letter. Why is this lettering so low? It's really weird that my lettering would be that low. I must have been really not paying attention. Just working? Same. Same. Okay, then this is a background layer. That's blue. Just organizing my files, basically. I've got to send these source files off to a client on Monday morning, so blue. So I gotta get all these done. Yes, yep, that panel's done. So see, these don't really take that. Oh, I forgot to color the sketches here. So if you like just sit in here, like if you just like sit down and like organize your layers like as you go, it'll make your lives a lot simpler. Which is what I should have done. So now I get to do this panel by panel. Yay! Okay, so that counts as a line art layer. So that's orange. Lettering is black. Because it's the thing I don't like to do. That's background stuff, but that needs to be higher up. So, more line art. Jesus. I'm gonna draw a Baby Yoda because Waitress and Waffle House wants to buy a drawing. Oh, nice. I don't think I've seen Mandalorian. I mean, I've seen Baby Yoda like all over the place. I haven't actually, like, I don't actually know anything about Baby Yoda though. So that's a fill. This is also a fill. That's background technically. Both of these are. Okay. Alright. Last panel. Woo! So. Same. Yeah, I don't care about Star Wars either, so I haven't seen it. I just know people really like Baby Yoda, I guess. Oof. Yikes. That looked really bad. So how are they're paying you for your drawing, right? Like, they're not just like taking it, like you're actually gonna get paid for it? Okay, so this is a weird one. So, because this is on top, it's technically in effect like it has to go above everything else because it's filled with white. I'm gonna count it as line art. Even though it's got like a fill, so it's just kind of like its weird own thing. But it's technically just lines and a fill. So these are text. And so this will be black. This is technically background. I don't know why it's all the way up here. It should be on the bottom. Oh. Well, then the sand and shells can also go on the bottom. That should technically be all the way down here. So that was one time I probably didn't make my stuff in order. Oh, you don't like Star Wars either? You're gonna get paid? Sweet. Awesome. So this is Pwn Fill. So this is a fill layer. Pwn Shade? Question mark? Oh, so technically that would be a screen tone. No, line art's supposed to be orange. And then this is a tone. Red. I mean, I guess technically this could be up here. And I guess technically that could be there. And then Pwn Lines. Oh, line art. Line art! Orange. Background is blue, and then sand and shells, that's sort of like a special line art, so that's gonna go on the bottom. Sketch, sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. You gotta be really, really careful though on selling stuff that's copyrighted though, like especially Disney. Like you can technically do it, like if you're a small person they're probably not gonna care that much. But it's sort of just like a social faux pas you should be really, really careful of. Just be really careful. Because sometimes DNCs, sometimes, especially at conventions, big companies like that will go to cons just to hand out DNCs, which are C&Ds, which are cease and desists. So you just gotta be really, really careful. Especially with Baby Yoda. Like, everyone does it. Like everyone does it, yeah, sure. But just be really careful. Because I'd hate to see people, get hurt because they're doing something that technically everyone does and gets away with. And then, have them be the person that gets the axe. So just be careful. Alright, and that's it. Page done. Took me about 20 minutes. Alright, page 9, organized. Ta-da! Oh, I should renumber these. 1. Because technically these are different. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically this one is 5. Oops. Realize these were out of order. There we go. I wonder why that one's all the way up there. That's weird. I wonder what happened there. So yeah, organizing isn't that fun to watch, but I don't know, I'm hoping hoping maybe you guys can get something out of it. Alright, now we'll save it. It does, yeah. It does read right to left. That's why I had a bunch open. It's because it'll put it right between every single time I try to open something. There it goes. Alright, so first I'm going to minimize these so I'm not having more open than I have to. Poor computer is like, oh my god, there's so many layers, stop it. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, there's so many layers in this one. I'm such a monster. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm not editing as far as like changing anything. All I'm doing as far as editing today is like just organizing the layers. I was specifically told not to change anything for this client. Because, I can't say it. I'm using it in sort of like I'll be talking about the manga later as far as like what mistakes I made. And I'm not going to be like going page by page, but I'll be basically using the manga as an example of like things I did well and things I didn't. And so they want me to have it organized because I will be giving the client my source files. But they want to be able to have the original that I did without fixing anything. So this is the version that this is the original files. And so the ones that I've started changing is a completely different file. So I've already made a lot of changes to the other one, but they want like the original ones. So, because what I did is when I went to open the one to make a bunch of changes, I actually copied the file. And so there's the original one, and then the copy is the one that has all the changes I've started making, so. But yeah, no, thanks for letting me know. There's a lot of changes that needed to be made. Let's see. Oh, that's right. This is like that weird panel. I wish there was like a middle ground there. There's a lot of stuff I gotta figure out, like where the heck this layer is. Oh, this is lettering. Draw panel 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I did this way when I was making my original pages. It's such a not efficient way of doing it. I think it's because by the point that I was finally starting to do the lettering, I had like 4 hours to do lettering for 50 pages. Because I was dumb and didn't do it like all the first, like as I did the artwork. And that's one of the mistakes that I made that I'll be talking about. I made so many mistakes making this manga, oh my gosh. But that's okay, like that's how you learn and that's how you grow and like become better for it. Like that's how that works. You know? See, look, I just got rid of a bunch of stuff that I didn't need. Alright, let's address all of this stuff here at the bottom. Anime comic? What do you mean, anime comic? Well, it's a manga, yeah. Like, it's not meant to be a comic, it's meant to be a manga. I don't know why these layers exist. Well, I mean, Ghost Child, my new one, is also going to be a manga, so. Oh, it's not gonna be a comic. It's gonna be a manga. I don't make like I make comic, yeah, but yeah, manga is basically an anime comic. But also manga and comics, they're very, very different, especially in the way that they do their storytelling, and even just the writing style, as far as like how they like plan out their manga. Like it's very organized, and it's done a particular way. It's not just like randomly done. Like there's like a pattern and that sort of stuff to it. So I'm gonna put these together in a folder. The way it's organized a bit more. Call it lettering. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry guys, this isn't like the most exciting thing. Anyway, so what else is everybody up to? Does anyone have any whoops, I should probably turn this off now. How different they are? Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't even use those anymore, I don't think. I don't see a difference with them on or off. So just delete that. Bubbles. Bubbles! Like, look at this, like, layer 122. Like, and that's just the number of layers that weren't named. This is such a lazy panel, oh my god. I was finally able to get a hold of most of the Gargoyles comics, and they are so short. Yeah, I was really disappointed because when I lived in Colorado, the lead animator for Goliath lived in my city, and he would come to like weekly comics meetings, and he like of course he had a bunch. Nuke, don't you dare, sir. I'm watching you. Watching you. I'm watching you, son. I'm watching you. I got 2 eyeballs. One's over there watching you, and one's over here doing this. Sir. Not really. I wish I could do that. Okay, so this is technically a fill, even though it's an effect. Anyway, I forget what his name is, but this guy was there. And he like would bring like when I found out who he was, and I loved Gargoyles. I don't know about you guys. It was like the shit when I was a kid. 90s morning cartoons and stuff. Oh, I gotta plug my phone in. My phone is dying. It's like, save me, save me. I'm gonna plug my phone in. Anyway, he would come to our meetings, and he started like bringing some of his like Gargoyle stuff. I was just like completely fangirling over it all. And I feel really bad about it now. I'm sure I was annoying. Somewhere in here, y'all, is my charger for my phone. Somewhere in here, y'all. That's like everything that I don't need. Oh, here it is. You did? Okay, who's your favorite gargoyle, though? That's what I judge everybody on. Who's your favorite? If you know me well enough, it should be easy to figure out who my favorite is. Oh, my music stopped. Lex? Okay. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I like Demona. I'm such a white. I'm such a white bra. She was awesome. Dude, she was like my spirit animal. Like, I wished I could have been as badass as she was. Not as mean, just like flippant and I don't care and like get over it. That kind of like, you know. Oh, I should have called it bubbles. Bubbles. I'm gonna put it in all caps just to occasionally have bubbles. I'm gonna leave it there, just for fun. Bubble lids. Here's my own file, like. Can I put blood in this? Because it's a YouTube stream. Just lots of bubbles and dark, inky water. God, this is just so terrible. Like, ugh. I need to redo these pages so badly. This is technically a tone. At least it's, yeah, at least it's pretty cool. There's a lot of really cool gargoyles. Do you guys remember me drawing this shark the first time? And how it looked so derpy? Like, I very clearly remember the derp. Okay, white lines. White lines. White lines. White lines. Okay, so here's a bunch of white lines I can merge together. I don't think this one had line art necessarily. I think it's just a bunch of fills. Why are they different? Okay, why is it colored now? That's weird. That's weird. Okay, white lines, that's a line art layer. Pull and fill, that's a fill layer. That's a line art layer. Got a spear, lines. The struggle was real. Oh my gosh, yeah, I had so much trouble with that freaking shark. I wanted to cry over that so much. I was just so done with it. I was like, I don't want to look at this anymore. I was so done. Yes, it is Mr. Adrian. I don't think I need this layer, to be honest. Just get rid of it. I don't need it. Shark fill. So even though that's a tone, that's technically a fill layer. So for us, fill. Shark line art. It's a line art layer. This is orange. Shark fill. White fill. So that's its base. So that's like fill layer. And this is the background layer. What is this? Oh. Are these the sketches? Let's see what these are. So I'm trying to keep my sketches in here for like the benefit of the people who get the files. So leave this there. There's nothing on this one. Feed me, Seymour! Yeah, I'm definitely leaving this in there. Definitely gotta leave that in there. There we go, sketches. That's funny. Hey, Slimy, what's up? Hi, Slimer. I should probably just type in hi. Hey! Hey, thank you! Happy Valentine's Day! Man, Valentine's Day is a weird day for me because, like, every Valentine's Day that happens is actually the anniversary of my manga. And so Valentine's Day is so weird for me. I don't think of Valentine's Day as like boyfriend girlfriend day or singles awareness day. Like the only thing that crosses my mind with Valentine's Day is my manga turning another year older. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh yeah, I got rid of that panel. What was in here? Nothing. Nothing. Ah, let me delete it. Why you know? Don't need it. All my layers are out of order. What the frack? One. 2. 3, 4. Happy Mangaversary. Your first time celebrating Manga? Aww. Why are you here then? You should go be with your loved one. You should go be with your friends or your significant other. I was like, what is the word people use for that? I'm like, friend is not it. I'm like, oops. I'm like, what is that word for the other people that we choose to be with? I don't think I've ever celebrated Valentine's Day. Not for like its traditional purpose. I don't think I've ever done it. I don't think I've ever, yeah. That's okay. Great white shark. I don't know if there would actually be a great white shark in Noor, but there is now. Well, I hope you had a good day. Thank you for spending it with me. What the frack? It's a weird place to put fish. Oh, it's probably covered up. That's why I can't see it. Well, I don't need that. Fish. Back. Just like randomly have stuff in all caps. Just to be silly. Dark water. Just having fun with this. Like, you just gotta have fun when you have to sit here, like, it's also fish school. When you're just sitting here and you have, like, nothing else better to do, and you're just like, like, you're just sitting here bored out of your mind, you gotta figure out how to make it fun, right? Bubbles. Every time I say Bubbles, I think of that fish from Finding Nemo who's obsessed with Bubbles. Bubbles! And he just like freaks out. Like, that's me. That's me. I relate to him on a level that's probably not healthy. Okay, so this is a special layer. This is whites and fixes. These are bubbles. Bubbles! I feel like every time I write bubbles now, it should be in all caps. Just to emphasize the point that I said bubbles. Ugh. Got hair in my mouth. I hate when that happens. Oh, these are also white lines. I don't know why those are below that one. More white lines. I can merge all these together. So, do anyone have any plans for the week? Other than staying warm? I don't need this layer. My gosh. What is this? Oh. Oh, I've not been doing these. The line art layer. Bubbles, that's a line art layer. This is a screen tone layer, so it's a red. Whoops. That should be orange. Line art is orange. This part is probably like a little extra tedious. I don't really need to do all of this. I just figured it would be easier when people get my source files. It'll be a lot easier for them. And honestly, like, what I could do is I could just like merge everything as I go. But then that wouldn't be my original source files, so... But do I even need this layer? No. Oh, man, I had a really nice dinner tonight. What did you guys have to eat? Either for dinner, or lunch, or breakfast. Like, tell me something cool you guys ate today. Or, like, what was the best thing you ate today? These are both fills. Alright, so that takes care of the first part of this. This is the shark. A tiburon. Background. I need this one. Jeez. Can I like merge that? I'm not gonna need that then. Oh, must be the original sketch. Yeah, these must be the original sketches. I don't know what the frick this is, but it's being deleted. Actually, I can merge these two. Dun 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 dun. Shark Phil. Look at that shark. He's gonna eat you. I spelled shark wrong, you guys. What is wrong with me? can't think today. My brain's just like, blah, 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 blah. It's not a day today. Goodness gracious. Extra shark line art. I could just merge that together. It's another line art. Jesus, cat. Just consider that. No! There we go. Oh my gosh! Oh, it's along the spear. It's not even needed to delete it. So I don't even need these in there. Like that. Sketch. And make it purple. It's a sketch layer. Sketch. Alright. Panel 2 is done. Hi, Cameron, what's up? Hello. How are you? What's up? Let's see. So, panel 1 is done. Panel 2 is done. Panel 3 is done. And then I think panel 4 is already done too. Yep. Yes. Alright, page done. Yes. How are you, Cameron? Alright, that one's done. Page 11. Let's go ahead and open the next couple pages. Oh, I forgot. I skipped 12. That's okay. A lot of pages. He has a lot of files, you guys. Okay, so let's put these in order. So 11, 12, 13, 14. There it goes. This is so exciting, you guys. It's so riveting. Going through organizing all this nonsense. Alright, let's get the panels in order, because apparently I can't even put my panels in order. 2, 3, 4, 5. They were in order, you guys. Oh my gosh. They were already in order. Wow. It's a miracle. Even oh my gosh. They were just backwards. That's funny. Wonder how did that happen? They were just backwards. Okay, lettering, lettering, lettering. Each one of these have different effects, so that's why they're on different layers. So ta-da, in panel 3. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, panel 1. I can just picture Pone like running, cause he's, you know, he's so like headstrong. He just like runs through a wall. Oh yeah! Okay, but all this is what is this? That's effects and stuff. But this is lettering, so it needs to be black. Imagine people just sitting here watching the stream and you just hear me yell, oh yeah, a few times. I'm sorry guys, I know I'm not that funny. I'm just having a good time by myself. Okay, I'm one of those people. I can have a good time by myself. I can't even see what's selected. Oh, it's a sweat drop. What the frick is this layer? That's so... I'm just gonna merge those. That's pointless. text. I yawned. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm getting sleepy. It's only like 11 o'clock at night. I have to be up at 7. What layer is this? What is this? Oh, it's sketches. Okay, so this whole thing is nothing but sketches. My goodness. Miso, you're sitting on my legs. My legs, they go numb. Why you do this to me? That's good. I don't need that. Don't know what this is, so it's going bye-bye. Okay. Oh, lettering. Why is this outside when none of these other ones are? What is this? Like I have one inside the folder and all the others outside the folder. Guys, be better than me and like be organized. Oh, I see. That's the turn off layer, the turn off button. Nice. Did everyone die, or am I just like too overzealous for people? It's not you, it's me. Oh, let's not turn that on. What is this? Oh, white lines? What? White lines? Oh, this must be the sketch. Yep, this is the sketch layer for those. Hey guys, that awkward cat person is just me, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about them being like, hey, that's just me. Gosh, I could listen to like copyrighted music because I know exactly what I would be listening to. Dun, 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 dun. What layer is this? This is line art. What? Is that the only thing on that layer? Yes. Oh my gosh. They are 13. I don't need you. Go away. Hand shadow. Not the tones. What? Oh, I see. That's just me cleaning it up. Oh, I can merge those in. Hound shadow. Line art. So both of those will be. Actually, technically, all of these can be merged. That's all line art. It's a sketch. This was sketch. I want to leave both of those in, because I did 2 different sketches for the hands, I just want to leave that in and just let people see that, like, yeah, sometimes your first try, like, isn't your best try. Because I hate this, like, notion that, like, your first try has to be the best one, which is utter BS. I don't know where the hell that came from in society, but it's stupid. It's stupid. Hands. Bubbles! Okay, okay, guys, I gotta do the thing and type it in all caps. Just because I can. Effects. Backgrounds. Hatching. It's hatching. What is it? It's a monster. Okay, these are all backgrounds, so they'll be blue. Did I scare everybody? Is my thing just not updating? Did I scare everybody? I must have. I love you guys. Baby, come back. It's also late. I don't expect that many people to be up tonight anyway. I can just merge these together. There's no point keeping them separate. Shark tooth fill. Oh, wait, they're different lines? Wait, what? Oh, I see what I did. I kind of messed those up. That's kind of weird. Shucks. What is English? That's the sketch that I left on apparently? Wow, my English. I guess it's because I'm just tired. I don't have any exciting plans for the week. It's pretty quiet where I am. Not a lot going on. All of these are backgrounds. Alright, so panel 2 done, panel 3. Look at his face, like, his nose is so, like, janked. Oh my goodness. I could have done such a much better job on this manga if I wasn't rushing it like I did. It kind of makes me sad that I rushed it so much, you know? Line art, so that's orange. What is this? This is, oh, it's a shadows. Oh, it's bubbles. Bubbles. Awesome. Not receiving enough video. I was wondering if something weird was going on. Are you guys getting a stream that's okay? Because I'm getting like mixed messages. In terms of like it's saying it's fine on my phone, but it's saying it's not fine on my broadcaster. It's really blurry, isn't it? Really low quality. those. Technically all of these would be considered line arts. And I don't know what half of these are. Oh, that's a white fill. Nuke? What are you doing, sir? Yes you. Must be the original sketch. Yep, that's another sketch. These can be moved down to the bottom. Black fill. BG, that'd be blue. Oh, that must be the sketch. Our beer sketch. More sketches for this. It's a merge clip studio. Why are you not doing it? Is there a reason? Merge down. Why are you not doing it? I had to manually do it. Oh, so that's cool. Oh wait, that's the liner. Whatever, I don't care. One white fill, that'll be green. Alright, panel 3 is done. This is really easy, so it's just literally just lettering. More out till temporary freedom. Yeah, I know, right? That's kind of how it feels. I guess that's what happens. I feel like you just like live to work. It just sucks. You just like treat the life out of you sometimes. Do you at least get paid well for your trouble? I would hope so. I mean, 'cause that's such a weird shift to work. Nuke? No, sir. You leave her stuff alone. I typed in nuke. Sir, don't you dare go up there. But if you come up here, I shall give you pets. Hey, Nuke. Hey, Bubba. You just want some love. Oh, it is? not surprising. Is that better? Whoops, almost dropped my phone. Nuke, I shall give you pets. Nuke. 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 Where you go? Can't I, Joe? Oh, hi. I shall give you pets. Oh, the question? No, it's okay. I asked, I forgot. Forgot what I asked. Hi, Mark, what's up? How are you? Oh, my question asked, are you at least compensated well? Like, are you paid well? And hi, Mark, how you doing? White Lions, Pone, Blackville. I'm just editing some art here. Gunner, don't you dare, sir. Bittersweet. Maybe that's why people weren't talking earlier, is they just couldn't even hear me. Which is fine, I understand. Wait, backfill? Oh, that's the line art. That's nice. Gunner, no! Gunner, no sir. Watching you. You stay away from there, Gunner. I'll get you. And your fuzzy butt too. Gunner, no! Down. I'm watching you, Gunner. I am no dum-dum. He's like, I will get up so fast, Gunner. I will get up so fast. Sorry, I've got a cat here who likes to chew on things, and he's like inching closer to the stuff he's not supposed to be chewing on. I'm watching him. He's a booger. I'm just watching him really closely. He a fart knocker, I swear. Yeah, exactly, right? You're paid 24? Dude, that's nice. You work 36 hours? Oh, get paid for 40? Dang! Yeah, I'll bet it can get long. Especially if it's like evenings. So all your your afternoons and evenings are kind of taken away. That can really suck. I think we're just gonna like merge those and call it I. No, it's not that. He's like technically he's kind of feralish by nature, and they're like Nuke has like bird wings that she's collected, completely legal ones. And he knows where they are, and he likes to try to tear them up. And so when I'm in the office, and so I'm always like having a really close watch. They're like where he can't reach them, but he will still try. Gunner, no! I'm gonna kick you out if I have to keep stopping you, sir. If I have to warn you one more time, I will kick you out. I'll kick all the cats out. Because I don't want to have to babysit. Gunner, no! Get down. That's it. I'm done. I'll be right back, guys. Gunner, get out. Gunner. Get out. You're not chewing on wings. Gunner, get out. Scoop. Miso, you're blocking the door. Get, you too. still very, like, instinctive in terms of, like, chewing on things. And he really likes chewing on bird wings for whatever frickin' reason. Plus, Nicole, like, our new rooster, she has, like, a brand new monitor up there. And she's got, like, skulls and stuff. And so the last thing I want, like, they're small skulls, so they're fragile. Like, the last thing I want is those skulls to get, like, ruined, or to have, like, the wings chewed up, feathers ripped out, that sort of thing. Because she uses them for drawing references, so she needs them, like, not ruined. You know what I mean? Yeah, they had to leave. And, like, Miso's fine. Nuke, for the most part, is fine. They just... And that's what Gunner will do, is he'll get on her desk, and he'll, like, inch closer, slowly. And unfortunately for him, the way that I sit, I can see the desk. And so he'll, like, go to take a few steps towards them, and I'm like, no. And he'll sit. And then he'll wait a minute, and then he'll try again. And I'm like, no. And then he'll sit still. And he'll take another step, and it's like, Gunner, please, just get down. Like, he can tell by the tone of my voice that I'm not happy, but he just continues to try. Hoping I'm not gonna catch him. What did I do? Just like mass hit a bunch of stuff. That was weird. I'm sorry, like, I just got tired of, like, screaming at him not to do something, especially when I'm on live stream. Like, I don't want you guys to have to listen to me yelling, so. Hey, Grob, what's up? How are you? Hello! Is it Grob? Grob? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it. Oh, it's fine. I can't, like, stop the chat because I am really, really busy. I'll just... Oh, he can't hear me. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome, everyone who just joined. Welcome. Let's see, this is a sketch layer. Yeah, I've got deadlines and stuff I gotta get done. Merge these two together. So, line art. Background stuff. Hi, hi Jeremiah. Hi, Grobe. Hi, JMB. How are you? Working on some knitting? Oh, that sounds so nice with it being so cold. Like, just have something nice and warm to do. Wait a minute. A dragon for your brother's birthday. Dude, that's cool. Is it like a big dragon? Why are some of the layers in here hidden randomly? What happens? That's so weird. Like, I can see why my sketch layers are hidden, but that's so weird. wonder what button I pressed. The world will never know. Alright, page 11. We've done 3 pages already. It can be when you're not trying exactly to match reference. Yeah, oh yeah, that's always the same. Oh yeah. You know, when you're not like stressed trying to make it look perfect. It's the same way with drawing. Like when you're drawing, you know, it's so much easier if you're just drawing for yourself. It's a good size, the size of the towel. Yeah, I don't know what any of that stuff means. I don't think you can share links here. I don't think it'll let you. Sorry. Yeah, they used to, and they don't allow that anymore, which is weird. I think it's just a safety thing with them, I guess. Oh. That makes sense. Like, Google is just protecting themselves. Because people can put malicious links and stuff in chats, and so I guess it's just a safety thing. I mean, it's annoying, yeah, but it's a safety thing. Instead, they've put the liability on us, as creators, to be sure that our chats are clean. So this is all sketches. Like, our chats have to be clean, our comments have to be clean, our playlists have to be clean. Like, for example, if we have a playlist that has a copyright-struck song or copyright-struck video on it, then we get a copyright strike too because we promoted copyrighted content. It's weird. Well, let's make sure all of our frames are in order. Oh. I didn't realize a lot of people still use DeviantArt. Is that still a thing? Do people still use that? Like, is that still normal that people use DeviantArt? No shade to them, but like genuinely asking. Yeah, you can go ahead and Discord me a link. I'll just look at it, and I'll look at it when I get the chance. Yeah, the only way to get a hold of me right now is on Discord, and then YouTube. Discord and YouTube are the only real ways to get a hold of me, like, consistently right now. And then Instagram, I've pretty much cut out of my life now. And then, except to check messages, like I still log in to check messages. And then Twitter, same thing. I've pretty much cut Twitter out of my life, except for work-related reasons, and then messages. I still have a DA account, but I've not posted there in, like, a long time. I just don't see the point anymore. Their UI is just too freaking terrible. I can't stand the UI. Like, plus DeviantArt just died. Like, everyone left. Is that like a... Oh, I see. Let's merge that. Pwn hair. Just pwn hair. I'll consider that line art. It's like a nice cuttable size. Awesome, that sounds cool. Like something nice you can cuddle with, like a stuffed animal. I thought about selling things that are big, fancy ones take about 20 hours. Jeez, wow, that's like, it's like a whole comic page for me. I miss the old layout. That's my main platform. I have close to 400 watchers. Hey, heck yeah, I know what you mean. Like, DeviantArt is also my largest platform. When I was active, I had like 7,000, about 7,300 watchers there. But I'd been on there, well, if you count to 2020, like, I'm still technically on the platform. I joined the platform in 2007, so I've been there 14 years, or 13 years. So I joined November of 2007. So technically I've been there 14 years, but I've not really been active lately. It's just kind of a joke now. I used to have it as my main platform, and I was pretty active for about 12, 13 years. And it just isn't... I don't know, to me, like, they've... Like, excuse me, I burped. They've been, like, slowly chipping away at DeviantArt. The staff has. It's just... They're slowly killing it, unfortunately. I think so. And it really sucks, because it was such a great platform for, like, just, like, art in general. And then they've freaking killed it. It's just really, really, really frustrating. Is this the old version? What is all this? Why can't I see it? Oh, it's the Arbir. Is it? If I get rid of it, there's, like, it's all still there. What the frick? What is this? Figure out what this is. Oh, it's the old version of the Arbir. Okay, I can delete that then. I don't need it. I don't need... Black fill. Line art. Line art. Okay, so all of this, even this. Line art. Line art. Line art. All of this is line art. Okay. Merge. Okay, and we put that into black and white. Whoops. Wrong menu. Whoops. Let me read some of the comments here. Barely checked DA, FA pages, just the interest kind of died down. I'm slow at finishing up my stuff, so I don't have a reason to visit. It wouldn't let me. Yeah, you're not. You mean on Discord? It wouldn't let you share a link? At all? On Discord? Huh. Did it give you like an error message? Miso, I'm not letting you in, honey. Sorry. If I can't let them in, I can't let you in. I don't have any messages from anyone. Miso, stop it. You're being ridiculous. Did we share any servers before? Is that why? Because I left a lot of servers, and I should have it so that anyone can send me a message. Miso, stop! Miso, you're being ridiculous. She's standing there at the door crying to be let in. I'm not letting her in. She's just gonna have to deal. She's a big girl. Miso, you have a whole nother human to go cuddle with. Bubbles! She's insistent. It's amazing, really. Miso is still crying about it wanting to be let in. I keep seeing all these layers. I don't know what they are. Like, oh, it's my original sketch. Okay, well, I'll just leave it up here then. Why did you send me a note? There's no reason to send me a note. I'll look at it later. I really can't look at it right now. I'll look at it later though. Because this stuff is on a deadline. I have to get it done tonight. And I still have 38 pages to do. Miso, you're really starting to make me angry because you're being effing ridiculous. I'm just gonna ignore you. Maybe she'll shut up. Well, that's why I'm trying to figure out why it did that so that we can get it going. Like, is it not letting, like, what error is it giving you over Discord? Is it telling you that it won't send it to you, or? Right, and I'm trying to ask, I know there's a delay, what reason did it give you? Because if you can tell me the reason it gave you, then I can get it fixed. Because I'm not even getting that there was a message sent to me at all. So if you can tell me why it didn't send, we can look into getting it fixed. Because I just left a lot of servers lately, and so, but I shouldn't have it on. We have to be in the same server. I don't know why it would have, like, not let you send it. Miso, you're really starting to make me angry, and I'm really not happy about it. I shouldn't have... Is that your settings? If you have your settings on we have to be mutuals, then it won't send. Because I get messages from random people all the time. So that must be a setting that you have. No, that's fine. I want to know if Discord's messing up my accounts. Because I have my profile set to anyone can send me a message, because I get a lot of messages from clients over Discord, and so, like, just from random people. So I've got it set to anyone can. Um, so if it's giving you that error, and if your account setting says that you can only receive messages from people on the same server as you, then you won't be able to send me a message. So is that a setting that you have? I just want to make sure Discord's not like messing up my account or whatever. So if Discord's messing up, like, I gotta know so I can get it fixed. Because because you know, like, if it's Discord messing up my account, then that means I won't be getting any messages from any clients. That's why I was wondering if it was you or me. That's weird. Right. That's super strange. Maybe Discord's just being weird. It happens. Oh, Discord. Yeah, I don't think it's in my settings, because I should be open to have anyone send me anything. Oh, unless they're a friend. That's why. Okay, I had it on friend setting because I was trying to, like, be left alone for a while. I forgot I changed that, so you should be able to send it now. I don't think we're officially friends on Discord, so I think that's what it was. As I turned my messages off for a while. So you should be able to send it now. I forgot I did that. Yeah, I forgot I did that. Yeah, I've just been, like, social media detoxing, so I've pretty much cut almost all my social media out of my life. Like, I don't have Instagram anymore on my phone. At least on my phone. Like, I still go to stuff on the computer because I just need to check my messages at least once a day. And so, like, I'll check my messages on my computer, but I don't have it on my phone anymore because it's just too tempting to sit there and doom scroll, especially Twitter and Instagram. So I actually just got rid of it. I don't have Twitter on my phone. I don't have Instagram on my phone. I don't have Facebook. I didn't have a lot of social media to begin with. So it just wasn't something that I really cared a lot about to begin with. But, like, I would sit there and I would just, like, doom scroll for, like, hours. Like, there was one night I sat there and I doom scrolled for 3 hours. And I didn't even realize it until it was bedtime. So, like, I laid in bed at 9, getting ready to go to bed. I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna check social media really quick. And then, like, the next time I looked, it was freaking, like, midnight. And I went, what the frick? Doom scroll? Yeah, that's a term. Doom scrolling is just when you just, like, you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and you just, like, lose. Specifically, I think it's used when you lose a lot of time, just because. Can you guys hear that? That, like, scratchy sound? That's Miso trying to be let in. I don't know if you guys can hear her crying. She's not having it. I'm gonna leave this on because I want to show people that I use models too. So. Yeah, she's literally just sitting there at the door, like, crying, sticking her paw under it. Like, she's not happy that I've kicked her out. I feel like I had to, though, because, like, she's the sort of cat that she wants to sit in your lap between you and your laptop. And then when she does that, I don't get anything done because I can barely reach my keyboard. Because, like, I have these things called boobs. They get in the way of everything. And so, like, I've already got boobs in my way. I've got a cat in my way. And I have a laptop. So, like, it's on my knees. Because I like to sit in a chair with my knees propped up. Just because it's more comfortable. And so, like, I can't get anything done. Because I can't sit in a chair. Well, why don't you sit at a desk? I can't sit at a chair because half the time my feet can't reach the floor. And so when your feet can't reach the floor, you either have to get an ottoman and sit on that instead. So there's that. I mean, that is a possible solution, but I don't have a desk. So, I don't have one. I don't have a desk. I sit in one of those, like, silly gamer chairs. Like, with my feet propped up because I don't have a desk. And I don't feel like paying hundreds of dollars to go get one. That's weird. Yeah, I checked my settings, and I should be open to get accounts from people. Like, from everyone. So, I don't know why it's not letting you send it. Yeah, it says I can get messages from everyone. Honestly, I don't like bed desks because I'm fat. So, like, I don't trust that stuff to hold me up for a long period of time. Plus, I need stuff that I can carry and dismantle by myself. Like my rule is that I never get anything that I can't carry by myself. Because I've lived by myself for so long, and I don't live near any family members, and I don't have a lot of friends to help me move stuff. And I try to keep everything so that it'll fit in my Jeep, which is not the case at the moment. Everything will fit in a U-Haul behind the Jeep, like a small U-Haul, like a 5x8 or something. But I have to be able to move everything by myself, and that means carrying it up or downstairs by myself. If I can't do that, then I shouldn't have it. Yeah, so that's why I don't like get big desks or big beds unless like I can take them apart. But I don't want to have to take 50 million trips to carry the thing. So yeah, that's really nice that it's really light. That's super cool though. Oh, nice. That's awesome. It gave the same reason, by the way. But yeah, Discord might just be being Discord. Silly Discord. Next time I finish one, I'll share in an art group chat thing. I'm not part of an art group chat thing. I'm not part of anything like that. I have left every single Discord server except Global Comics. And like one other one, and it's by like an old friend of mine that I used to keep in contact with her. Like, I literally am not part of social media at all. It's like the only social media apps that I have on my phone are LinkedIn, because that's work oriented, Slack, which is for work only. I literally only use it for global comics. And then I have Discord, and I only have 2 servers, which I mentioned earlier, and then YouTube. Like, I still have the YouTube apps because I want to keep in touch with you guys, especially when nowadays I can't stream. I want to be able to post like in the community tab, and that's it. That's all I have. As far as social media goes, that's it. I don't have any other social media on my phone, because I'm trying to cut social media out of my life. So, like, I want to keep only the important ones. So I've cut a lot of things. Because I'm just tired of social media taking over my life. I'm tired of doom scrolling. And, like, I don't need another way for people to access me. I've got email, I've got texting, I've got phone calls, I've got Discord. Like, I have enough ways for people to contact me. You know what I mean? Bed tray types. Yeah, those are pretty cool. That's what I have. Is I have this, like, cool little, like, bed tray. Or, like, a lap tray. Because, you know, I just have a laptop. I don't have an actual computer. It's just easier to have something small. Miso is still crying to be let in, you guys. I admire her dedication. She's trying to shake the door now. Jeez. He keeps telling me that there's something there, but when I go to see if it matters that it's there, like... She is dedicated. I thought about getting one of those, but also I don't think it would be comfortable around my clunky thighs. I didn't think it would either. Like, I can't, like, if I'm cross-legged, I can't use it. But if I have my legs up, like, if I'm sitting back in, like, my reclining gamer chair, and I have my legs propped up, it's super comfortable. Like, it's plenty comfortable. I don't even know what that is. I'm deleted. I have all these layers that when I hide them, I don't see anything changes. It's driving me nuts. All these layers that are useless. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't really ever sit cross-legged unless I'm sitting on the ground, like doing some work on my computer or something. Either my computer or my printer. Get rid of that. I'm gonna call this one white crab meat. Because it's the white fill of the crabs, I'm gonna call it white crab meat. The one had speckles. Yeah, it had some speckles in it. I didn't see too much. Man, it's gonna be a long night getting all this stuff done. I know she does, but at the same time, like, I can't bring her up if it's gonna sacrifice my productivity. And, like, I love her very much, but, like, I can't sacrifice getting shit done too. Because this has to be done tonight. There is no option. I might, like, later after the stream is over, like, because there's no way I'm going to be able to finish the whole thing on the stream. So I may, like, go sit in my bed and let her sit next to me. I'll probably do that later. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Is I'm doing all of that, but I normally never do that myself. Like I just don't because like I have a system that like I know, like I always use the same system. Like if you guys have noticed, I'll almost always do my screen tones on top, and then I do my liner, then I have my fills, then I have my background. Like I do the same pattern over and over and over again. But because these files are being given to clients, I have to have them organized in such a way that they can find everything easy too. And because their brains are not my brains, I have to basically spoon feed it and make it easy for them to understand, which is fair. Like, they need to be able to understand it. So, I have to organize them so that they can find everything easily. But yeah, I don't even bother, like, you know, naming my layers, because I know where, for the most part, I know where things are. Meat. Crab white meat. It's funny. Oh, this is a fill. These are, line arts. Fills. It's also a fill. This is just, like, not super fun to watch, so I apologize, you guys. I think that's my sketch. She's still crying, guys. She's been crying for, like, 25 minutes. With some extreme separation anxiety. I think what also helps is learning how to use white to your advantage. Because I know for me, when I turn the white off, like, my lines get a lot harder to see. Which is why I started adding the white to begin with. Miso's like, oh, she can't hear me, so I'm just gonna be louder. Oh my gosh. I might have to get offline, you guys, and go cuddle the baby. I'll see if I can go. I feel bad now even going 10 more minutes because she's obviously not happy. Oh, ay pobre. Oh, God, this is a poor baby. She's not happy. Oh, Miso, I love you, but I gotta work. Oh, thank you, Mika. I appreciate it. Yeah, so do you, if you want, let me see if I can get you the tool that I use. Hang on, let me get I use a really specific, pen. I don't use just like any pen. Let me grab the tool for you, and I'll share with you guys the tool that I use for my inking. And then if you need some with inking, I have some, let's see, settings. Where is? I think it's in. Hang on, I'll figure it out. There's a way to modifier settings. There's like a way to access like the original link to it, and I forget what the quick way of doing it is. Hang on, let me go into my assets panel and I'll get the link for you guys. I'll just have to go look for it in assets. Did you work on your comic too? Yes, comic work. Do it. Oh yeah, do it. Come on. Come on, assets panel. Got my assets panel here. It's thinking about. Oh, I'm not logged in. There we go. Just look at my downloads. Dun 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 dun. Come on. Come on, clip. Come on, clip. Oh, no way. It's not super crazy generous or anything. Let's see here. I think it should be a normal thing that people just share their tools with other people, because it's not like, because a lot of people are like, no, it's my precious tool. No one can use what I use. Like, people just get like so hyperprotective over the tools that they use, and it's like, bruh, like, it's like, just because someone uses the same tool as you doesn't mean that they're gonna be like better than you or like steal your style. You know what I mean? Like, some people just get like too protective over stuff like that. Here it is. It's like, dude, it's just a tool. Calm down. That's what I tell people when they get really grouchy. Like, oh my god, like, you share your stuff with people? Like, what if they, like, take it from you? Good? That's a good thing? There you go. That's like 99% of my inking. I use that particular tool. Now, when it comes to inking, the trick with inking is learning how to use thick lines to your advantage. Learn how to use thin lines to your advantage. Sorry. Oh my gosh, sorry, I burped a bit. Like, learn when you want to use thick lines, when you want to use thin lines, how to mix them together, getting really steady control of it. So basically with the line art, it's basically just learning how to control the line and make it like learn. Yeah, it's basically like learning how you want to use what type of line where. Because, like, the thickness of the line matters, and the quality of the line matters. Is it a solid line? Is it an unsteady line? Is it, like a textured line? Is it a solid, clean line? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different ways you can modify a line. And I think a lot of people don't know that. And they're like, it's just line art. Like, it's really easy, and, like, painting is obviously, like, the superior art form. It's like, bruh. Bruh. Oh, I didn't make that though. I didn't make it. I downloaded it from somebody else. So it's not even my tool. I downloaded it from someone else. So it's not mine. When I say mine, I just mean the one that I use. It's not mine as in I made it. It's I just took it from someone else who set it up for free. Like this person is giving this tool away for free, and I didn't even know. I don't even know who they are. I just saw the tool. I thought it looked really cool in the preview. I'm like, that looks like something that I would use. And I downloaded it, and like the first time I drew with it, I was like, yes, this is awesome. I mean, it kind of depends. I kind of use line art and inking like interchangeably. They don't really mean like to me. There's no difference. Like to me, they're the same thing. I mean, maybe some people have preferences and like which one's which. Sorry, I'm tired. It's almost midnight here. I just kind of do whatever the frick I want, and I call things whenever I want. I don't really let anything determine what I want to call something. Unless it's, like, politically correct or something. You know, like, I try to, like, pay attention to that kind of stuff. You know, like, just to be polite, but when it comes to, like, line art versus inking, same difference. Tomato, tomato. Perry's patty. Potato, potato. Same thing. Same thing. Or like cat. You know, you could say cat or gato, neko. It's all the same thing. Bernie Wrightson! Oh, I love Bernie Wrightson. Yes. Let's see, no work tomorrow? Ha! 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 Of course I do. Of course I got work. Just because it's gonna be negative 27 doesn't mean that we don't have work. Nah, man, I just got stuff to do. I just had a really, really busy weekend, and I had a lot of stuff to do. So sometimes you just don't get a lot of sleep. That's just artist life. Unfortunately. Such is life. Oh, pfft, sleep. I can sleep when I'm dead. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Well, let me reread the email he sent me. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, yeah, Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein is just to die for. I'm really sad that I never got to meet him in person. That was really depressing for me when that happened. Let me double check my email really fast, guys. Because if I don't have to get it done tonight, I'm pretty sure I do, but let me just reread the email. Okay, I'm in the right email. Where is it? Fame. My gosh. When did he email me? Forever ago, apparently. Either that or I just get way too many messages. My goodness. How many messages do I get in a weekend? Jeez. Where is it? Am I gonna have to search for it? Ugh. Oh yeah, there's all that Valentine stuff on DeviantArt that I missed. There it is. Affirmed it. Until next week. Okay, he didn't specify, but I would assume like ASAP. Okay, I'll finish this page and then I'll just go to bed because I can focus on manga tomorrow. Like I don't have anything else to do tomorrow. Does that make you guys happy? Me getting some sleep. It's a line art. So I'll have up to page 12 done, because I did 12 pages today. Yeah, because I gotta be up at 6:30. So I need to leave work early. I need to leave for work early because it's gonna take longer to get there. Because there's ice in the roads and I don't have four-wheel drive anymore. So I want to give myself extra time to get there so I can go slow. That's normal, bro. What are you talking about? I always get up at like usually like 6:45 to 7 o'clock is usually when I get up. So I gotta be work by 8, and it usually takes me only about 30 minutes to get there. So usually I can leave at 7:30, but I have to leave tomorrow about 7:15 at the latest, so that I can have that extra time to get to work. Because I'm going through town, because I don't frickin' trust the roads anymore. Not after I went off the road. So yeah, I gotta be at work by 8. There's a lot of line art layers in this one, my goodness. Yeah, I gotta be at work by 8, and then I don't get off until 4:30. And then I get home at like, usually about 5-ish. Get rid of this. This layer is useless here. Do I have any... Short answer, yes. Long answer, I don't know where they are. Because when I pencil, I don't really pencil in a normal way. So like I don't have clean... Actually, wait, yes I do. Well, sort of. Let me look at some old pages. Let me see here. Hang on, let me look. I don't have clean pencils. My pencils are really, really loose. So let me look through some of my older pages and see what I can find. Let's see. I don't even, because I don't want to give like a solid answer. So my short answer is yes. I mean, I think what might be better for you is I give you some inking and then let you re-ink it on top of that. I think honestly that would work better, because now I guess it kind of depends on like what you're aiming for. Are you the sort of person that you want really tight, clean pencils? Because I have inking samples that I can give you that you can treat like pencils and practice inking on your own. Like I can give that to you. Because I'm the sort of person I prefer like I have like really, really, really loose sketches, and I do a lot of my detailing when I do inking, and so I'm not a good penciler. That's why I don't do pencils when I do comics. I only do inks. In terms of like when I'm working on a team. Would that be alright? Because if so, I have just the one for you. Let's see. I've got a couple like old pages I could give you. This is a monster of a page. This has got a lot of detail in it. Do they have to be like, are you going to be using these for a portfolio? Or just like, just for personal practice? See, but that's the problem though. Every single penciler is different. When you're working in comics, there are some pencilers that work really, really tight so that their pencils could almost be the inks themselves. And then when you're working, and then there are some pencilers who work really, really loose pencils where the inker does a lot of the heavy lifting. So it depends, and that's the problem with being wanting to be an inker, because that's what I am. I'm an inker. Is is if you're the sort of person that you prefer having really, really tight pencils like I do, you're gonna have a really hard time finding it. So the thing you have to understand if you want to go into inking is you're gonna run into artists, like professional, like Marvel DC grade artists that are pencilers that have really, really loose, sketchy, like I don't want to say crappy pencils, but they're like not detailed at all, where you have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. So like I don't like, cause I don't do really clean pencils. Like these are inks. Um, so if you go, so I can give you really clean artwork to practice from. But one thing I would recommend to you, since I do inking, what I would recommend is that you also practice from really, really loose ones. Um, that would be my suggestion, is to practice doing both. Being an inker, like inkers almost have to be both pencilers and inkers. Like you have to be able to think like a penciler to be able to be an inker. And also when you're working on comics, it's really important that the penciler and the inker have really, really good communication. And because after a while with you inking the penciler's work, you're gonna know what they meant, even if they don't draw it, because you just know. And like an inker's job is, I'm sure you already know this, is to like embellish the pencils. Like you're making the pencils even better by inking them. It's not just like straight up like redrawing it basically. Liam Sharp. Oh my gosh. That's brave. Oh my goodness. So yeah, my stuff is pretty clean. Like these are inks. I don't have the original pencil sketches anymore for these because I literally ink right on top of my pencils on the original pages. So anything that I have inks of, it means I don't have the pencils anymore. That's just like I don't keep it on a separate piece of paper. So those are some old pages I could give you just because they have like a lot of texture in them, just so you can practice doing a lot of different texture. So those are some old pages. Let me see if there's any new ones. I hate when it does this. I didn't get very far with that one, did I? Yeah, I've got a couple of things I can put together. I don't mind doing that. Actually, this one I think it has my original sketch because I did it all digitally. So I think this one has my original sketch. But I'll just send you the final inks that I did. That'll probably be a little easier. And you can just treat them as pencils. Well, I'll leave the screen tones in, I guess. Well, I'll take the screen tones out, but I'll leave stuff like my hatching in. trying to figure out where that one is. There it is. And all the rest is hand-drawn, like, textures and stuff. Because you can see it where I put that texture in. Fun stuff. So this would probably be a good practice. I'm just gonna send these to you in PNG format, so... So you'll just get flats. Yeah. And I'll send them to you full size. Like, I don't really care because this is old artwork, so that's why I'm not too worried about it. Just like, please, 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 please do not send these to anybody else. And if you use them and you post them, I would like to be credited, linked back to like my YouTube channel or something. You know, like, if I find that these are being distributed somewhere without my permission, like, stuff's gonna go down. That's the only thing I say. Like, I usually don't mind sharing my work, but... So I'll just send these raw scans to you. I'll just send these raw scans. Like, these are really, like, some of these are old ones, so you'll be able to see the difference between my old work and my new work, for sure. Like, and like I said, some of these are just the raw, they're just literally just the raw scans. Like, I've not edited these at all, so they'll be easy to work with. Well, I don't mind if you post them. Like, just credit, that's all. Like, I'm pretty chill in that sense. This isn't the raw scan, but it's the cleaned up. Well, wait, I can turn this off. Wait. Oh, that's pretty close to the raw scan, so I'll just send you that. It was, yeah. Yeah, I don't have the original scan, it seems, so I'll just send you this one. And then I'll have one more that I'll send to you, only because it's just a beast, and the fur work. Wait till you see the plants. Wait till you see the plants when I'm about to... I'll add. Yeah, the fur work when that one was nice. I really like drawing fur and stuff. And then the last one I'm going to send you, just because it'll be hell in a handbasket. If you really, really want to try something different. Let me let Clip Studio finish saving here. How do you feel drawing environments? Yeah, no problem. I've had people send their work to me. Like, I've gotten inking samples. You know, I got one from X. I got one from Abe Sapien, which is really cool. Oh, what was the other one that I got that was really awesome? I got one from I got a couple from Garfield, a couple pictures from Garfield because my old professor well, my previous professor, did and still works on Garfield. So I got some pages from him. So yeah, I've gotten, oh, Mike Barron. I've gotten some pages from my Mr. Mike Barron to ink. So I've got some friends that have, given me pages when I needed them. So I understand the need just to have like just some practice work. And then the final one I'll send you, I don't even need to open. Well, I'll show it to you just so you can see it. Was one that I did a year ago, actually, so it's a year old. If you really want a challenge, you can play with this one. I think it's this one. So, if you really want something hard, you can play with this one. And you can just treat this like, again, just treat these like pencils, draw over them, practice drawing over them. That's honestly like the best way I think to learn. Like here's a 100%. So you can kind of see the sort of like lines that you'd be playing with. Now stuff like this, I would use like a special brush for, like some of this mossy stuff, and like some of this is just unrealistic to just draw every single line. And so my suggestion to you, from inker to inker, is to learn when you want to use special brushes to help you get certain textures, and when you want to hand draw them. Like that'll save you so much trouble. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, don't like overwork yourself or anything. Just whatever. And when you're done, I'd like to see the results, just out of curiosity. So. Aw, thank you, Sage. How are ya? How are you doing? Thank you. It's more like professional suffering. Suffer. Suffering. Let me get a dry folder up. New folder upload. Desktop. Inking samples. Yas. Are you saying you trust this website? I hope so, because it's Google Drive. From what I heard, textures are best used lightly so they don't overshadow the hand-drawn inking. I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert. Most inking isn't drawn by hand, just FYI. A lot of inking these days is done with presets, like pre-made images, things like clip art or special drawing brushes like from Photoshop or Clip Studio in the assets panel. Like a lot of inking these days is not done by hand, even with pencils. It's just not possible, especially in manga. The deadlines, it's not feasible to draw every single tiny little line by hand. It's just not possible. Now in Western comics, it's a little more common that everything's just simply drawn by hand, but they also have a much, much slower production timeline than manga does. So, I mean, it just kind of depends. Like, and that's the thing is, if you're inking, you need to be aware of who you're inking for. If you're inking for manga, they don't really care. Just get it done and make it look good. If you're doing Western comics, like, make sure it follows it. And they're a little more strict about being exact in terms of like making it just like what you like, just like what the penciler wanted, a little less freedom and leeway. So, and so those are uploading. Those that'll take a little bit for those to upload. So, using Fractal. Well, anytime I hand out artwork for people to use for references, like, I like seeing the final results. No, I just use brushes. Like, I use brushes. Like, the texture on this octopus, it's a brush. It's not, like, I still had to use the brush correctly. I still had to texture the brush and put it at the right angle and use the right tilt. Like, I still had to do those things. But it's not like, I just, like, draw over it and slap it on and boom, it's done. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand is using, like, special pre-made brushes or, like, preset brushes. Like, just because it, like, quote, quote, draws it for you doesn't mean it's easy. You still have to place the brush in the right direction. You have to place the brush at the right size. And if it's not the right perspective, you have to put the brush down and then manipulate the artwork. And then sometimes you have to put the brush down and then redraw over that brush to fix it, make it look good. So that's what a lot of people will do is they'll use brushes, they'll photo bash, they'll use 3D models. They use all of these different tools to help, like, make them work faster versus sitting there and, like, roughing it out, trying to draw every single line by hand and being like, yeah, I can draw every single line by hand, so I'm superior. Like no one cares if you can draw every line by yourself, like every single line perfectly. No one cares. Really, honestly, nobody cares. What they care about is, can you hit your deadlines and can you make a quality product and you're not breaking copyright law. That's really all people care about. Manga is brutal. It's basically 20 pages a week. Um, and so, like, octopus fill. But see, the other thing a lot of people forget is a lot of those, like, mangaka, they have, like, a crap load of assistants. Or they have, like, a handful of assistants. And so a lot of them, even the smaller ones, aren't doing it by themselves. And so a lot of people will put a crap ton of pressure on themselves to, like, perform. And it's like, bro, like, you're doing this by yourself. A lot of those professionals, even small scale professionals, have assistants. And so a lot of people just put way too much pressure on themselves to perform at the level of one person with, like, 4 other people working behind them. And it's just mentally so damaging. And I wish people wouldn't do that to themselves. You know what I mean? Sorry, it's still uploading, so give it a minute. Am I analytic or intuitive? That's a really hard question to answer because I feel like I'm pretty good with both. Because I'm a STEM kid. I originally was doing STEM, so I'm very good at being analytical. But I think for the most part, I trust my instincts more than I trust my logic. Additionally, if we do INFP, like if we do the Myers-Briggs, which I don't necessarily believe, I just find it very interesting. I am an INFJ, and so, but that's the weird part. I go with feelings and judging, and so, and so like I'll use judging for, like, logical, and then I'll be like feeling, like using my feelings versus, logic. So, I kind of balance both. But I think if I had to, if I was put in a situation and I had to use my logic versus my intuition, I probably would go more with my intuition than I would with my logic. Because logic can only get you so far. Intuition's there for a reason. It's an evolutional thing that we have. And so, and usually your first intuition is right. So, that's an interesting question. What are all these extra lines that are just laying around? Oh, wait, no, that's a sketch. I'm a ding-dong. I mean, you learned art by going through all these stuff. Yeah, I learned art through art school. Like, I had 6 years of college. So, like, I learned everything through that way. 2 minutes left. But I feel like I did better once I was on my own, and I feel like I grew a lot more when I was able to be instinctual and not be told what to do. I was able to use my own, like, inferences to be able to judge, okay, is this good for my work? Is this not good for my work? So, I think it just depends on the person. Like, what's gonna work best for you? Do that. You know, like, for some people, being logical works really, really well for them. For some people, just kind of like fly by the seat of your pants and like hope for the best works well for them. You know? And that's kind of how I feel a lot of the times. And it just depends on the situation. Like, if this is a situation where I have to use logic, like, for example, when I'm at work, and I'm cutting metal or I'm cutting plastic for an order, my accuracy is 1/32 of an inch. I can't use my feelings to go, man, that's close enough. Like, whatever, bruh. Like, whatever. Like, I can't do that. I have to be logical and go, is this within my accuracy range? Yes or no. If it's not, if it's like a 16th of an inch off, that's too much. So I have to redo it, even though I don't want to have to redo it. Or if I look at something and go, yeah, it looks close enough, that's good enough. No. No, cat, don't be lazy. Measure it. Oh, it is off. I guess I have to do it again. Like, so it's like learning when you can trust each one, learning when each one's a different situation. That's why I said it kind of depends. So I guess in that sense it makes me logical, because I'm deciding which one I want to use where. So, I don't know. Is that kind of paradoxical? Oh man, I'm trying to. Oh, who was that penciler? Is it Michael Copiel? Like, no, no, yeah, no, Olivier Copiel. I don't know how to say his name. But he did Thor. Oh my god, the Mighty Thor, like not the 52 one, but like the more recent ones. Oh my god, I love his work. I'd love to do some inks on his team. And to like help a mangaka, like do real assistant work for a mangaka is like my dream. Like if I could get a job being an assistant for mangaka and all I had to do was like move to Japan, I would figure out a way to do it. Even though I'm not super good with the language, like I like have like I'm like a kindergartner level. Like that's all I got, but uh, I think also like I'm not very good at being consistent. So I think that's why it's underrated. Is I'm just not consistent enough right now. And that was because I was working 2 jobs. Yeah, it was, but so I was just really, really, really busy. Um, and I was doing a lot of NDA work that I couldn't share. And so it's like, well, I've got nothing to stream. I'm too busy. And during the times where I had time to stream, I had to work on NDA stuff anyway. So it was like, ah. So I just like I died for like a month basically. And I was shocked, like we still grew by like 100 subscribers when I wasn't even posting. It's like, what's wrong here? Like what's right, but what's wrong? So it's like, what? Would ink for muscle? Ooh, I don't know. That's pretty heavy stuff. All right, let me see if these are ready. Nice. Okay, let me get this link here for you guys. All right, again, I'm gonna say this one last time. I do not want to see these full-size images anywhere else other than your social media pages, you know, where they're being shared to show that they're done, or my drive. I don't want to see them anywhere else. And no one else, other than who I give them to, is allowed to have the links. So you are not permitted to share these links with anyone else. Because these are the full sizes. You know, this stuff could be used and stolen from me, you know, to be used for, you know, nefarious reasons. Come on, give me the link. Jeez, Google. Jeez, Google. Gosh. Gosh, Tina, eat your dinner. There you go, guys. Make some memes drawing. But see, I don't enjoy memes. I don't like them. They're annoying. Like, oh, I know, but I know. It's just something that I have to say, like, for the record, that's all. Just to cover my butt. It's just a for the record thing. Can't be too safe anymore, you know. Oh yeah, I've had stuff stolen before. Like, it sucks. Eel. So, slash, that's a line arts. Line arts. Line arts. This is all line arts. That's a fill. So this is all line art. These can merge. What memes gave you the first impression? I don't. Wait, hang on. Well, see, I do live chat. Like, my streams go up afterwards. And so anyone who watches the stream later would also get access to them. So that's why I wanted to just say it out loud, just so that anyone in the future watching would also be held by those standards. Make some memes drawing. You might get blessed by the YouTube algorithm. Oh. Make some memes? I don't even, like, I am, like, the least memeable person ever that I know of. I'm not the kind of person that, like, is memeable. I don't think I am. Do you guys think I'm memeable? I don't know. I don't know if I am or not. I mean, I'm sure my face might be, if you guys could see my face. I make a lot of faces. So I'm sure my face is quite memeable, but maybe if I was drawing, like, maybe that could be memeable. What the frick is this layer? This layer is useless. It's useless! Go away, layer. I don't want you here. Oh, you know what that was? That was the sketch. I don't... Is that what this was? I don't know. Let me check. Is that what that is? No. What the frick is that? Useless! Go away. It's like useless. You are a meme. I can't thank you enough. Can only be offered advice if you wish help. Oh, well, I see. I try to give back to people. Like, that's literally the point of this channel, is to, like, give back to people. Be like, You know, like that's literally the point. I've not been able to stream consistently, and that's why like I felt so bad about it. Is I made the channel to help other people, and yet when I'm not streaming, when I'm not making content, like I feel really bad about it. And like I have so many videos that like I want to make, but I'm so limited on the time that I have because I have like my manga to do, I have YouTube to do, like I'm currently redoing my SEO, trying to make my older videos good, you know, so I'm trying to like help all of those videos, make them better, learn from them, see what works, see what doesn't. Trying to schedule that. I've got my day job, I've got my manga, so like I just have like so many little projects going on. It just takes a lot of time, and like making manga takes so much time. Like you have to do the scripting, you have to do the penciling, you have to do the inking, you have to do the toning, and you have to do like so many pages every day. And it's like when do I have time to like die for the day? You know what I mean? And so like if I could be full, like I cannot wait until I'm full time on YouTube so that I can just like devote myself to like making more tutorials, because dude, people want more tutorials, like I want to give them, but I don't have an editing software right now, and I can't afford Premiere Pro, um, so it's like, so I'm trying to find like a good editing software right now. That's why I've not posted a lot of edited content. So I'm trying to find a good editing program, that like is easy for me to use, and I don't have to like spend forever relearning how to do everything. So like I want to do more, I really do. It's just it's hard right now. Yeah, yeah, no worries, dude. Like, that's part of learning is, you know, even if, like, it doesn't come out the way that you want, like, did you learn something from it? Like, that's literally why I was happy to give people my line art. Is it's like, if you can learn something from it, like, cool. Like, for me, that was when I learned the most. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. One of the things that I do is I take scans of manga that I have. Like, I've got, like, a whole, like, bookshelf full of manga, and I'll scan a page in, or I'll just find a version online and I'll trace it. That's how I learned so much. It's just by tracing manga from other creators. And just like being like, okay, what kind of line art did they use? Like, what kind of width did they use? What kind of screen tones did they use? Basically, what I would do is I would take the page and I would try to recreate the page as closely as possible, just to try to figure out what techniques they used. Or how can I replicate this look using the tools and the knowledge that I know? You know, or if I don't know, like, I'm gonna learn how to do this. You know, so for me, and that's something that I never show people. I don't show people the pages that I did, because usually I just delete them right afterwards. You know, I do the activity and then I delete them, because there's no point in having that on my computer, because I've already gotten what I wanted out of it. I got the knowledge, so that's a really really helpful tool just to learn. I can be analytic, yes, but a lot of times I do trust my gut reaction first. Especially if I'm in a new situation or I'm in a new place or new environment, my gut instinct is going to be first. That's just the kind of person that I am. Is if anything's in doubt, gut instinct first, always. Yeah, it just really depends on the situation. If I feel like I'm in danger, you know, like I'd probably use my analytic mind. If I feel like in a place that's unsafe, I'll probably use my intuitive mind. You know, but like it's like, and that's the thing. It's a good person. I don't like I don't want to brag or anything, but like a good person knows when to be analytical, and they know when you can be like instinctual. Like know when you can listen to each one, which I was saying earlier. Learn when to use each one, and you'll be fine. A lot of people focus on only using one of them, and you can't do that. You gotta be flexible. You gotta be adaptable. You know. Oh my gosh, this one's gonna take forever. Oh my god. Alright, thank you, Sage, for coming by. I appreciate it. Oh man, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. I'll be streaming regularly again. So I'm pretty sure I'll be doing just fine here in a little bit. Thanks for coming, though. I appreciate it. Have a good night. I'll be going to bed here soon too, because I gotta go to work tomorrow. So I'll be heading off to bed here soon myself. I've got about 20 minutes left. Not quite 20 minutes. About 15 minutes left, and then I'll be heading off to bed. Line arts. So basically what I'm doing here, if you're not familiar with what I'm doing, is I'm not actually drawing anything today, but what I'm doing is I'm going through all of these pages that I did. So here, I'll show you. I have all these pages that I did for a manga, and what I'm doing is I'm going page by page and I'm reorganizing all of my layers, because I'll be handing the source files out to a client, and they need the layers organized, and because I am chaos, I don't organize my layers whatsoever, unfortunately. And so now I have to go through and reorganize everything. Oh, there's two of them. Life-saving move? What do you mean? Well, see, they asked for it. I usually, well, when I made this, it was never intended for a client specifically. It was intended just for myself. And so I didn't organize everything because I'm like, no one's ever gonna need it. Um, so I didn't even bother. But now that someone needs it, I have to go through and clean up the artwork, because I didn't expect anyone to actually need it. So sucks to be me, but that's all right. You know, I'm glad that it's going to be useful and, you know, useful to somebody. So it's just gonna take time to go through and, you know, clean it up. Turn that off now. Pone fill white. Pone fill black. So these are fills, so they'll be green. Oma line art. Oma. Let's see. Line art is orange. This is Oma shading. I think it's just being nice to people. You know what I mean? Like, just be nice to people and, like, go, like, do the good thing. Like, do the thing. Like, I don't consider it special. It's just my job, you know? Like, a good artist will be there for their clients and just, like, do the thing you're supposed to do. Like, if that's what's expected of you, to just do it. Um, you know? Like, if I have to stay up late to get it done, that's just part of the job. That's just how it is. Coral shading middle. That's just what you gotta do sometimes. It's not fun, necessarily. What is this? Oh. Oh, can't see, that's why. I don't know, so it's gonna go bye-bye, because I don't know what it is. Oh, that's like the whole background. Well, that's like the middle ground, I guess. That's the middle ground. But I gotta fill this in. See, that's a screen tone, so it's red. That's also technically a tone, so that's red. Oh my gosh, there's so many layers. Why am I doing this to myself? So, line arts. I don't even need that one. I think this is all coral and fish mostly. Middle grounds. Coral. Corla. Coral and fish. There we go. I'm not even gonna bother naming those ones. I'll just deal with that, I guess. This is water surface. Right corner. This is a tone, so that's red. Then what is? Oh my gosh, there's even more. It's like every time I turn around, there's more. Which artists do I enjoy? That's hard to say, honestly. I'm not a huge social media person right now, at least in this moment. So at the moment, there's not a lot of people that I enjoy that much. But in general, I really love Hiromu Arakawa, who did Fullmetal Alchemist, the mangaka for Fullmetal Alchemist. Rumiko Takahashi, pretty much anything she does, I really enjoy. Irie Yasuhiro, who was the director of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Corral Phantom Memory, and then Pajama Halloween. I really liked that work. That was really cute. I love his, like, just really, really clean line art. Like, it's all lines. He doesn't do a lot of screen tones, so that's really cool. And then I liked the older work of Togashi, which is Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter. I really liked those. I like the older work. I'm not so sure if I like the newer work. So these are just background fills. These are just fills. But as far as like current people that I enjoy, Kim Jong-gi, I love his work. I always love his work. Can't get enough of it. And then crap. I don't know. I haven't been on Instagram in like a week, so I forget everyone's names. Andy Maka, like ANDIMACKA. I really love their line art. Let me see. Here, I'll spell it out for you. Andy, I think it's Maka. I think that's how you spell their name. They're on Instagram. And then Kim Jong-gi, I'm pretty sure you would know who this person is, Kim Jong-gi. I love their ink work. It's just, it's awesome. I really love those artists. In fact, I have one of Kim's sketchbooks I just really adore. He is a national treasure. Just like, so amazing. I really love his work. Just always, like, I just always love his work. And then Yu Watase, I really love their work. They're starting to come back too. They did Fushigi Yugi, which is like a manga from like the 90s or something. They're coming back. They just released another one, Genbu Kaiden or something, like the third installment, I think, of Fushigi Yugi, which is awesome. What is this? Oh, that's like the old sketch. Wow. I don't know what this is. These are like the old sketches. But yeah, I don't really follow a lot of artists right now. I've actually cut off a lot of my social media, so like I don't have a Twitter right now. I have accounts, but I don't have Twitter on my phone. I don't have Instagram. I've never had Snapchat. I've never had, well, I can't say I've never had TikTok. I had TikTok for like a month, and then I quit because I just don't understand TikTok and it's not fun. Like I didn't enjoy TikTok at all. Plus, like they expect you to post every day, and if you don't, they punish you. Like in the algorithm. So it's like screw this. The same thing with Instagram. They punish you if you aren't active every single day. It's like I ain't got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. So so I just like buy Instagram. I still check Instagram on my laptop, and I check Twitter on my laptop because I need to check messages and see if there's anything that like has anyone messaged me that I need to reply to. That's really the only reason I go anymore. I just don't care. Like YouTube, like the only social media that I have on my phone is YouTube, and Discord, and LinkedIn, because I need it for work. Like I need all three of those for work. That's it. I don't have anything else. Like I have like an animation app, and I have like all my script writing stuff for my manga. That's about it. No, I can't like break from it as a whole, unfortunately, because I need YouTube. Um, I need YouTube for to be able to stream and to work because I am making money from YouTube. I am monetized, so like for me, I need to start considering that a job. And then I was also doing some work with Global Comics, and so I have to have Discord. I have to have Slack. I post on Discord, or I post on Twitter as part of my job with Global Comics. I post on Reddit as part of my job with Global Comics. So like I can't cut out social media entirely because I literally have to have it for my job. Jobs, multiple jobs. So like I can't cut it out entirely, but the ones that I don't need for work, I cut. Like Instagram, I don't need for work, so bye bye. Like like Twitter, I deleted it, but I only need it for work, and so it's something I can have on my laptop. I don't have to worry about having it on my phone because I never do any work from Twitter on my phone. It's always on my laptop, so I cut Twitter. Um, Basically anything that wasn't 100% necessary, I cut. And I didn't delete the accounts. I didn't deactivate accounts. I just left. Like even Facebook. Like I don't have Facebook anymore. I hate Facebook. Oh, I don't have a server. I don't have one. I am not literate enough to be able to do that. I am not I am not very savvy with technology. I don't even know how to do that. Like I know how to make a server, but like I don't know how to make like a functional server. So, oh my gosh, yeah, I am not doing this one today. This is the busy one because it's got the other panel. I need to go to bed because I gotta be up in 6 hours. Yeah, at least put all of this in one folder. I feel like all of this needs to go in a folder just so that it's like contained. It's just like all my layers are just loose everywhere. I hate not having stuff in folders, at least as a minimum. So I can turn parts off. Oh, frick. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. I accidentally hit duplicate layer. Oh my gosh. Cat, why did you do that? No, señor. I don't fucking know. Let's see here. Create folder and insert layer. There we go. See, look how much cleaner that looks. Um, yeah, I don't have, again, I don't have the time. Like, literally until tomorrow. Like, I've been working, like, 70, 80 hour weeks. Like, I don't have time to deal with a Discord server. That's why I've not been streaming for the last month. Is I've been doing my day job, which is like 40 hours a week, and I've had my evening job, which is like 15 to 20 hours a week, and then I still have tutoring because I tutor also, um, and then I've had like, commissions and YouTube and manga, just like it's just too much. So I'm like, if I can't give myself like 100% to something, I don't want to do it. You know? You know what I mean? So, like... Okay. I think I'm gonna stop here for the night, because it's almost 1 a.m. I could have sworn it already said 1 a.m. I must be going crazy. Because I could have sworn it already said 1 a.m. I must be going nuts. Weird. I don't know what's up with my mind lately. File, save as... That's just being an adult. That's just being a professional. Excuse me, I burped, sorry. That's just being a professional. Like, you cannot, like, you always, like, and that's the thing a lot of people don't understand is, like, when you're a professional, you always have, like, you have, like, for one, especially if you're going to be an independent, like, an indie creator, whether you're doing YouTube, you're doing comics or manga, you always have multiple gigs. Always. And the reasoning is because a lot of times in freelance, especially in comics, like, you're on contract. Okay, the studio doesn't hire you to be like a permanent long-term employee. Almost never. They'll hire you on a contract and say you will work on the comic or manga from this time to this time. And then when that time is up, they'll go for a renewal, and then you will either stay on the project or the project ends and then you don't have a job anymore. Like, that's how it works. And so when you're doing indie creation, especially if you're balancing between like, well, if you're just self-employed, you have to have multiple gigs running all the time. You have to live in advance, especially because also remember, you have to pay taxes 4 times a year if you're in the United States and you're self-employed. And so, you have to be able to get that income coming in. And a lot of times with contracts, what makes this contract BS even worse, a lot of contracts, especially stuff with like Marvel and DC, part of their stipulation is they have up to 60 days to pay you. That means that if you complete the job, say on the 1st of January, you may not get paid until like the 3rd of March. So you'll have no income in between if they're the worst. You know what I mean? And so when you're an indie creator, especially if you're looking to doing comics and working with contracts, especially work for hire contracts, which are very, 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 very common in comics, like, you have to be prepared to work multiple gigs. And a lot of, like, young creators don't realize this. And they're like, I'm gonna do one job, and that's it! And then they turn into these adults who, like, can't handle working multiple gigs. They can't handle time management. They can't handle multi-project management. They can't multitask. And then they just, like, break down because they, like, had this fantasy of, like, what doing comics and what being an independent freelancer creator means. And what it means is it doesn't mean you get to do whatever the frick you want. Like, that's like the top, like, small selection of freelancers. Like, the average person is running multiple gigs at a time, and you have to be able to time manage to make sure all of your deadlines go on. Because guess what? The ultimate sin in comics is missing your deadline. if you miss your deadline, like, your reputation is gonna be shot. Well, see, it's not even a salary. I don't know if it's just like a language thing. That's not a salary. Like, you get paid usually per page. Like, usually they don't set like a full amount for the project. Because a lot of times they, like, the contracts are usually set, and then like they recycle over. So for example, if I was working on a comic, I would be paid, like, inking, I'd be paid X amount per page. I don't know how many pages I'm going to do, so they never set like yearly salaries for comic workers ever. A lot of times, sometimes they'll say, okay, your contract is for this many pages and we'll pay you this much. Like, that's not unheard of, so I guess that would be considered a salary. um, but a lot of times you just have your page rate. Like, for example, I get, when I'm inking, I get about $125 to $150 a page. um, so I get paid pretty well for comics. However, in order for me to survive, I'd have to do a page a day, 5 days a week. And so that's really, really hard, even at $150, in order for me to get the bare minimum that I need to survive. Um, so like, I'd have to do a page a day, and that's a lot. Like, finding a contract that'll get me a whole page a day to do, that's not really heard of. Like, that there's not many jobs like that. And so I'd have to accept, say, a lower starting job at like $150 per page, but maybe only 10 pages a month. And so that gets me only like $1,500. I'm still short at least at $1,000. So I'm gonna have to go find $1,000 somewhere else, which means I might have to do commissions or work on another project, or do something else that'll bring in extra income. And so when you're a comic artist, especially when you're a comic and manga artist, like, you're doing multiple jobs. That's just normal. And so for me, I don't consider what I do extraordinary, because unfortunately it's really normal. Like, we don't get paid very well for what we do. I don't consider $150 for a page to be really good pay, when one page can take me like 8 to 10 hours. That's basically minimum wage that I'm working for, you know? Like, minimum wage in my state is $9.10. And so I'm not getting that much over minimum wage. Now, I make a pretty good pay at my normal day job. I make about $16 an hour, so I make pretty good pay. But yeah. Yeah, there was a really, really big artist with Marvel. I'm pretty sure it was Marvel, and he got fired because he kept missing deadlines. He threw a huge hissy fit about it on Twitter, and like, everyone was like slamming this dude, like, you keep missing your deadlines, bro. And he was like, the dude was getting mad, and he was talking about Comicsgate or whatever, and he was trying to turn it into a Comicsgate issue. And everyone's like, no, 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 bro. Like, you were missing deadlines. Like, shut the frick up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, don't miss your deadlines. Especially in manga. Don't miss your deadlines. Your deadlines are your gods. That's why I was willing to stay up all night to get it done. Is like, don't miss your deadlines. But I realized that he just said next week. He didn't say when. So I'm going to do a little malicious compliance and just be like, well, you said next week, you didn't give me a day. So that's the thing, is when you can manipulate, when you can manipulate it a little bit, do it, because that's not common that you get that luxury. And that's just for comic art, like, just comic artists in general, no matter where you work. It's just, deadlines are brutal. Because here's the thing, and sorry, I'm just kind of yapping, I'm not doing anything anymore because I'm kind of sleepy. And I don't want to make mistakes or delete something I don't mean to delete. When you're in comics, your pipeline is everything. And it goes the same for animation, it's the same for film. When you work in a pipeline type industry, for example, you have your script writer, but you have your writer, and you have, like, sometimes you have a layout artist, but still you have your writer, right? So let's just start with the writer. Your writer works with the penciler to get, like, the first drafts done, which is what basically pencils are. And then after that, they go to the inker. And then after that, they either go to a colorist or a toner, if you're in manga. And then after that, then your letterer handles it. Handles, like, you know, your lettering, obviously. Sometimes lettering is done first or early on with the inking. It just kind of depends on the individual process. So lettering can kind of be put in anywhere in the process, which is kind of cool. And then after that you have your editor, but usually after every step the editor sees it. So if, like, the penciler drops the ball, like, everyone else behind him is now late. And so now everyone else behind him has to pick up his slack. Or, like, if he had an emergency and, like, or, like, say he has to go to a funeral and suddenly he can't do his job, like, everyone now has to pick up his slack. Which is why, unfortunately, a lot of times in comics, they don't care if it's a national holiday for you. They don't care if it's a religious holiday for you. They don't care if there's a funeral. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care. Like, if they do care, you have to tell them in advance, like, as soon as possible. Like, and that's just the unfortunate reality of the world, of that world, is, in a lot of ways, they don't care. They don't care how tired you are. They don't care how much stuff you have to get done. They don't care what other jobs you work. They don't care. You know, like, you get your stuff done, and you get it done. And if you can't get it done, you let them know ASAP so that they can have someone else do the job to help keep it on time. Because here's the other thing a lot of people don't know. Printers have to be reserved months or years in advance. So if the production line, which is your, you know, everything from your writing to your editing, falls behind, your printer falls behind. Well, guess what? If you scheduled 5 days for printing and now you only get 3, you're only going to get 3 days worth of printing, even if you paid for 5. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. Like, yeah, it is definitely like a chain. And that's what I learned when I was doing my internship at a manga publisher. Is, like, every single position is absolutely critical. You have to book things in advance. You have to be on time. And if you can't make it, that's okay. Life happens. They understand that. However, you may not have someone who can back you up. There's usually backup artists to fill in spots and situations. But a lot of times, like, you have to give them the most advanced knowledge that you can, but there may not be someone to fill your shoes. And so they may understand and they may not want to have to force you to do it, but you may be the only person to do it. And so there's a lot of really hard times where, even though you don't want to do it, tough luck, kiddo. Welcome to the industry. Like, you're going to have to find out a way to do it and cope. And that's why it's so valuable that a lot of teams prefer, some teams prefer to have multiple people. That way there's a lot of artists that can do multiple roles. Like, for example, they'll prefer someone who can pencil and can ink, even though they may only do penciling or they may only do inking. Is because not only is that person hired for, say, inking, if the penciler gets sick or drops out or whatever, they now have someone who can now do both roles if needed. That's why being able to do multiple roles as a creator is insanely valuable. Being able to pencil and being able to ink is awesome. So I can pencil my own stuff and I can ink my own stuff, but I don't do very well when I have to pencil for someone else because my pencils are very loose compared to a lot of people. Like, for example, let me open some of my pencils and I'll just show you guys. 'Cause my pencils are really, really loose compared to a lot of people. It's gonna take a minute. Let me close some of these other ones. So, like, looking at these are my pencils. Like, these are not clean. Like, you don't know the characters. You don't know their features. You don't know their design. Now I changed some of these as I went along, so some of these pages are different. But my pencils are really, really loose. Like, they're not clean. They're not, yeah, they're just not clean. You know, like, like, look at the, here, I'll show you the other ones so you can compare. So like see here, like with these ones, like these, like originally this was going to be one page, like it was going to be a single panel, but in the end it turned into a full 2-page spread. You know, so like a lot of times as I'm going through my pencils, like I'll change them. Like here's another one, like here's the next page. Like before I was going to talk about like her history as like a god that made like this creature here, Joom. I was going to talk about her history and how like how she made mankind, blah blah blah. Like I would go through all the details, but I cut that out because I didn't have a lot of time to go through all of that. And so I cut it down so that I had, you know, basically I took this panel, I moved it over here. And so I had these two smaller panels. And then all of these I cut. I just took this one, moved it up here, talked about how she made humans with the smaller panel. And then this next page it was going to be a 2-page spread. I turned it into a smaller panel to save time. You know, so like, you know, like sometimes, like even this one, like look how loose and sketchy this page is. Then here's the final one. Like that, this crap over here turns into this. You know, so it's not like I spent a lot of time on some of these pages, like a lot, and I was rushing. Like I had 10 days to do 37 pages, and so I had to be like reasonably like work through things really quickly. This is another really fun page that I really enjoyed. This one. There we go. There we go. Trying to line these up a bit better. There we go. So yeah, so here's these 2 pages. So like it's literally just a scribble. Aw, thank you for the donation. Aw, thank you so much. Yes! £2. Oh, must be early morning for you over there then. Yeah, and see, but that's what I mean. It's just like, it's just kind of like sketching and figuring out, you know, and that's what pencils are, is it's basically like you have your script, and some writers are different. Like some writers will just give you like a paragraph, and then some writers will write it out like a play, where they're like, here's the camera shot that you use, here's the angle that you use, here's how many panels are on the page. Like some of them get like hyper crazy specific, and some writers don't. They just give you like a paragraph or some bullet points. And then it's up to the penciler to do the work, to figure out what angles will to use. And then some pencilers are not even that strict with their own work. Some of them are really, really loose. And then it's up to the inker to do the most of the work. And that's why it's really hard to find a team that works really well together, is it's finding that perfect team that can like, they just understand each other really well. But yeah, thank you so much for the donation. Oh, I love helping people and teaching, and that's, like I said, like that's why I made the channel. Like I didn't make the channel to get famous. Like I made the channel to like figure out a way to give back and build my own audience at the same time. And what better way to do that than YouTube? You know? No, I haven't. I haven't tried anything Alan Moore. But yeah, this is why I didn't want to give you any of my pencils. It's because on the left, those are my pencils. Sorry. Yeah, the left, those are my pencils. They're like really, really messy. So like here's another one where like Oma is talking to Pone, and then she like wraps herself around him, which isn't very clear. And then like she turns into like the weapon that he has. And then he's like, "Oh gosh, like look at all this stuff." And so she transforms, and he recognizes her eye, which I need to make more unique. And then he's like, "Oh my gosh, look, I've got stripes," and you know, like all this other stuff. But yeah, so I've got a lot of work to do on Onami to make it better. But it was my first try at a manga. Like it's literally my first try to make like a serious manga. But I also had to cut out a lot of pages because it was for the Shonen Jump contest, and I could only make 50 pages. And then if you notice on this one, it's more than 50 pages. It goes to 54 pages. And so it's too long. And the original story was like 60 something, almost 70 pages. And so I had to cut out a lot of stuff just to make it like um good for Shonen Jump, the contest rules, because they had rules and stuff. So yeah, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted, but that's okay because I can always redo it, you know. Nah, you're good, man, dude. Just the fact that like people come to my streams and talk to me is like reward enough because I don't think a lot of people realize um like how much just showing up like really means to people. Because a lot of people they don't even get viewers, and that makes me like really sad when I hear that people don't even get viewers. Because like they're making streams and they're streaming to try to communicate with people and to like connect with their viewers. That's literally what they're trying to do. And so like I don't like I literally have done nothing to like deserve people coming to my streams. Okay, I'm just one person on this planet that draws and likes manga. Like I'm just one person, you know? Like I'm not one of these like YouTube creators who's like, oh my gosh, like I am like the best manga artist ever, and like all these other manga artists are like failures and losers, and like I deserve like way more than them. Like I can't even understand why people think like that. But that's what I see on YouTube, and it's really disappointing. And I don't know, like I just want to build a community. Like I don't see a lot of manga artists on YouTube. I just don't see that many that actually talk to people because some of them don't know English, um, or they don't know it well enough to feel comfortable doing that, or they're doing too much NDA work and they can't share it. I'm like, you know what? I'm in the perfect position because I'm an indie, and so if I'm doing my own stuff, like there are manga artists out there like Zelda, Gearus, Ikishibishi, like there's a whole bunch of them out there. But like I don't like Zelda streams pretty regularly, but she's on Twitch. Like a lot of the artists that I know are on Twitch. They don't stream on YouTube. And so I'm like I have like the perfect opportunity to take advantage of YouTube being an art streamer. There's not many art streamers on YouTube. And so it's like I'm going to do the thing. You know what I mean? So well, hey, you've got a bunch of inks to study from. So, hopefully, I think the inks would be more beneficial to you, honestly, than the pencils. Um, because once I start doing my actual comic pages, like I've already started doing the new ones. So let me close those, and I'll show you the new pages I've started. Because I have started the new pages. Dun, 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 where did it go? I've already started new pages. I'm gonna have to redo some of this stuff though. All of these are in pencils except the front cover. There we go. So like here's the front. This is like the inner cover. I'm not sure if I'll redo this or not, but I might. So that one's done. But then like here's a spread. These are pencils. So with these pencils I learned from Onami that I want to be kind of clearer on the first run. And so some of these are actually second or third drawings. So for these I'm actually doing 2 or 3 different pencils. Just to try to get cleaner, you know, get in a better habit of doing cleaner pencils. So that I can like save time and not have to read, because with Onami I lost so much time like redrawing my sketches again and again and again and again, and so now I'm trying to be better at doing like clean pencils the first time. So you know, no, these are fine. Like I drew these on stream, so people have already seen these. um so these aren't like new to the world or anything, and I post these on Instagram. You know, so they start out like this. So like this, look, look at this guy. He's got an arrow to the chest. Look at his face. Oh my god. You know, so like they'll start out like this. Well, they start out as a script actually. So they start out as a script, and then from there, like I'll do these really loose and rough sketches. And then I'll go in and I'll do these like, oops. I'll go in and do these like cleaner sketches, so that they're more easy to understand. I know some of these may not look like these may not look like sketches, but they're sketches, I promise. If I zoom in, you see the line art's really, really, really rough. And then this one I kind of cleaned up quite a few times. And then this last one here is a cleaner artwork. So they started out really, really, really ugly. They start out so rough. Like I understand what they are because I know what the story is. But I don't think anyone could do inks from these unless they knew my work and they knew my characters and I trusted them to be able to. And that's the thing, the inker and the penciler have to have trust. Like especially if I were to hire anyone on my team, I would have to know that you can draw my stuff as well or better than me. Like if you can't, like it's like if you were just doing the pencils, I would have to have the trust in that person to be able to interpret my script the way that I want, which means I would probably have to spend more time elaborating on the script to like figure out what shots and blah 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 that I want, and I don't want to have to do that. It's like, no, I don't want this. I might trust someone to tone my work, like if I could find a screen toner that I really trust to do it in the way that I want, or like an editor, someone to help me edit the pages. Be like, hey Kat, like I would definitely want an editor to hire, that I could afford, but I can't afford an editor. So if I can't afford one, I'm not gonna hire one because I'm not gonna expect one to work for free. So like, you know, I'm just doing everything by myself. So yeah, that's basically how it is. And then before this, they're in a script. So you guys can't see this, but I'll just kind of give you a rough idea of like how like, and that's the thing is everyone's scripts a little differently, and that's where I was talking about with the and stuff. Is everyone's just a little different. Come on, Google. Come on, Google. Come on. Come on. Exactly. Like, I wouldn't want to have to check up in on them or, like, micromanage. And I'm gonna be pretty frank, I would be a horrible micromanager. Because I don't want to compare myself to this guy because I feel like it makes me look like I have a little bit of an ego. But, like, Miyazaki, like, you know how picky he gets? Like, that would be me. That would definitely be me. As I'd be like, look, you don't like it, you can get the frick out. Like, like, I wouldn't be afraid to tell people. Like, I wouldn't directly fire people, but I wouldn't be afraid to tell people, if you're not happy, then you can leave. And I would be happy to do the work myself. You know, like, I am not afraid of that. Because I expect you either to be on my level or above it. You know. So, like, up here you can see that I color code my scripts. So one of the things that I'll do is I'll have every character has a color, and then as they speak, like, I change the color with it, so that I can see who's talking. And what's really neat, if I zoom out really far, what I can do is I can say, okay, is there any times where there's a character, like, I don't, like, past a certain point I haven't color coded it yet, but I can look through it and say, okay, is there any point where there's a character that's absolutely dominating too much? You know, like, are they talking too much? Is there like a healthy exchange? If I'm supposed to have a scene where I know there's a conversation between three characters, is there one character that clearly dominates the conversation and isn't healthy? You know, so like under like making little ways like this to communicate with yourself or to like check yourself, especially if you're working by yourself, is really really important and just like making a good story. You know, like if you want a character to dominate a conversation, that's one thing, but a lot of times they just like make talking heads and they just like one character just like dominates everything and that's not good. Hang on, I gotta check something. I don't know what that stuff is. What is this art syllabus stuff? Oh. Anyway, guys, I need to head to bed because it is late. I've already saved all my work for the day. So, actually, let me just double check. It should all be saved. That's the sketches. Something I just got a really bad feeling and I'm trying to figure out why. I don't like it. I'm trying to figure out why I feel that way. Huh. Yeah, it's saved. That's really strange. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be heading off to bed here really soon. Let me bring my stream up here. Oh well, I'm glad I could help. Oh, anyway, dominates. Let me answer your question. Sorry. Change the inker, feature vision, blah blah blah. Dominates as in the character's presence. No, dominating as in like they're not giving the other characters a chance to speak. Like, so it's really really easy to when you have multiple characters in a scene to accidentally make one character like say all of the information or say all the information. Um, like if you have multiple characters that have all of the same information, it makes the scene more dynamic and more interesting if multiple characters are interacting. But there are times where you want a certain character to dominate the scene, to be the one that gives all the information, or to be the one that does all the action. Like there are times and places where you want multiple characters to share the action to keep it more interesting, and basically not almost like god mod a character. You know what I mean? Like it's not like god modding is not the correct term, but basically like you don't want one character doing everything while all the other characters just stand and watch on the side. They're useless. Like you need to balance your characters out so that they all contribute, you know? Like you don't want to have like a dinner where like you have like salt and pepper and like cayenne or like all these really good spices, but you have like 90% of your spices are like just cayenne, you know, and then you have like tiny, teeny, tiny amounts of everything that like you can't even taste them because they're so small, and all you taste is cayenne. You know what I mean? Like unless you want that, like there are times and places where something like that could be beneficial, but you don't want it to like crazy dominate anything or whatever. So time and place. But yeah, no, thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I don't know when I'm going to be live again. It just kind of depends on my schedule throughout the week. So whenever I'm going to go live, I'll like whenever I know, I'll post another. I'll post blah, 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 English. I'll make another English cat. I'll make another post on the community tab. Um, so if you don't have the notifications on, that would be really helpful if you do. That way you get notified when I go live, and you get notified when I post in the community tab.